Hello guys, Axel once again, and this is gonna be once again another pre-E3 special. And this time around, just like what I did about suggestion for Nintendo, this time around gonna give some suggestion for Sony on their PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and the Vita. Like some of my suggestion, and I hope this might that might happen, but you never know. It might happen or it might not, but whatever. Just want to give out my suggestion. So here we go. First of all, most common thing in the PS3 and hopefully in the PS4 in the long run is make things backwards compatible. Yes, when I heard about the PS4 not being backwards compatible, I kind of said like, oh man. And I have said this before on my PlayStation Now vlog. Why is it to some extent it's a good idea for a console to be backwards compatible? One, and I'll say this again. One is for the general consumer, they feel more comfortable buying the console at launch or early when the system gets released, because they know that they can protect their investment. Because you know, what if this person has many games for the PS3 and he wants to put away his PS3 and he just wants to play his PS4? Then that's when backwards compatible comes in. And again, the big reason is why people like it, or to some extent love it, is conveniency. So you can have one console, you can play your PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, whether it's digital or physical. And I know the history with the PS3, the reason why they got rid of it was to cut costs. The reason why the PS3 was $600 in the beginning when it was released, because they couldn't really lower it because they were putting stuff in that's really raising the cost to make a PS3. And there was a rumor that Kuraragi wanted to make it cheap but have all those features, but in reality that's impossible. That's why in the later models, the slim PS3 and so on, they decided to get rid of it to cut costs. Because the reason is PS2 still sells, or you can get it digitally, and I don't know what the reason is. So one is make the console, at least the PS4 and hopefully the PS3, once again backward compatible. I mean, how they gonna do it? I know PlayStation Now was supposed to be the answer, but the problem with that one is, and I already said this before, was people have reported that it doesn't work if you have the game. In other words, they're making you double dip. So say if I have Final Fantasy 13 for the PS3, I want to play it for the PS4. I can't just say put in the disc, turn on PlayStation Now. Oh, you have Final Fantasy 13 on a disc, so you can get this game for free. Nope. Unfortunately, you have to buy again. So I call that double dipping. It's wrong. Like I said before, double dipping is not a good thing. People don't like that. They don't want to buy something if they don't have to. So that's unfortunate. So perhaps maybe improve the PlayStation Now. Maybe they should do that. Put in like that feature. Put in the disc in. Let PlayStation Now read it and say, "Oh, you have the disc." Another one, maybe they could do like I said. Well, maybe I did not say this. Is have an add-on for the PS4 that's attached, that has a USB connection. Attach it to the PS4 and play your PS3, PS2, PS1 game on it. Probably sell it like for $100. I don't know. Maybe an add-on. People might don't mind that. But the reason is, at least you don't have to connect it to the back of the TV rather than you have to connect it to the PS4. But still, there's like an extra accessory to deal with. But I don't know. I mean, I feel like an add-on is much better than having my console. I could find a hook in the back of the TV and then trying to figure out how to set them up on your game room or your game station. But yeah, so like just either make an improvement with PlayStation Now or make an add-on device. And also, I would hopefully they should do this. And since the Wii U does this, is make accessory also backwards compatible. We know the PlayStation Move controller is that's great, but I wouldn't mind using a PS3 camera for the say the Eye of Judgment. So PS3 camera or especially the PS3 controller. Some people like it, the DualShock 3, and maybe even have an adapter to using a USB card to play your PS2 controller or PS1 on the PS4. I mean they're the same, but again, people just like that backwards compatible feature because it makes it more comfortable. Excuse me, comfortable to have invested their previous generation accessories and games that they can play it on their new system. So I hope Sony does this on the PS3 and the PS4, especially in the Vita. I mean, yes, if you don't know, the Vita is now 99% backwards compatible, and a lot of people are saying it that you can play all the PS1 game, digital PSP game, and PS mini games. The only thing that's not backwards compatible is UMD, the physical disc. And of course, they're not going to bring out the special transfer program because this, according to Shuhei, that most people don't even have a lot of PSP in America sold, I think, or not a lot of people have PSP, so that's why they say, oh well, we don't need the transfer program. But I was thinking same deal, just like the PS3 or PS4, as sort of an add-on device on the PS Vita. You can attach it to the back of the Vita, put the UMD disc, and have like a connector. I don't know. I mean, that's just wishful thinking for me, but I'll be nice if they do it. So, yeah, backwards compatible. Hopefully, they should really embrace that. But again, we'll see what happens. And another one, I hope this one, and I know it is free on the PS3 and the PlayStation Vita, but once again, they gotta make PlayStation make online free for PlayStation 4. Yeah, they did pull some sort of Xbox Gold, but it's still better than Xbox Gold. I'm sorry, it just is because they offer better things on PlayStation Plus versus Xbox Gold. But still, for some people, they can't give that a pass. That now I have to have Plus to play online game for my PS4. That's kind of unfortunate. And of course, Xbox they already did this since the 360, and I think it's all BS. But again, they should make it free. But I guess because from what I heard, the problem is maintaining an online server. It tends to be expensive, so that's why they don't do it, or that's why they have to make it a paid online for the PS4. Excuse me, but still, it's still better than the Xbox 360 or Xbox One because you can use Netflix without Plus. You can use the other apps without Plus. Free to play games, you don't need Plus. But then MMORPG, you need online. I don't know. I don't have a PS4 yet. I even eventually get one. But the sad part is, like I said, like you have to now play PlayStation Plus to play online games. Kind of fortunate. I hope they do reconsider making it free again, because that's what a lot of people praise PS3 for, that they do have free online than Xbox. But I know the online for the Xbox Gold is much better. But for some people, they're not probably gonna tell. They can't tell the difference because I can't even tell the difference. I played online for both systems and I really can't tell the difference. But I know for a fact, yes, people have said that the Xbox Online are better than the PlayStation. So, but still, I hope they'll be free. We'll see. And then speaking about online stuff, Another thing I hope that PS3 or PS4 is, and I know people not gonna agree with this, but more apps, such as how come in the PS3 there's no IGN, GameSpot, Game Trailer, Rev3 apps on the PS3, and I think, but enough. The PS4 I know is great. They have more apps there, but you gotta have more there, like Game Trailer, GameSpot, or Rev3. You just have more apps. Why? Well, because for some it makes it convenient. Uh, Say they have a console, but they don't have a computer close to them. They don't have their phone. They only have the PS4 or the PS3. They want to read the news, like video game news, like IGN or GameSpot. Oh, there's the PS3 or PS3. Let's turn it on, or PS4. So convenient reason. There it is. But I know the fact is that Game Trailer. I heard there was report that Game Trailer did try to put an app for the PS3 or PS4, but Sony said no, there were some problems with it. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's the deal or the rules of how to put an app, how to have apps on the PS4 or PS3. Like, I don't know what the procedure is, but Sony, gotta let them put those apps because people like apps. Some people love using those apps, so more apps. Alright, well, another one I think about how to improve PS3. And this one, I know they're already doing this, is auto sync for trophies. I know the PS4 did it. They already do it as a standard. I don't know about Vita because I don't have one either, but I am also eventually going to get one for a PlayStation Vita. They just have the Slim just came out, but I'm waiting without Borderlands 2 because I'm not a first-person shooter fan. But for the PS3, is unless you have Plus, you have to sync it yourself, and that's just a bit of nitpicky. But at the same time, it's convenient to just make it auto sync. Cause look at trophies. The minute you have the trophy, boom, that's it. It syncs. It's a bit of a hassle, but I hope that should be a standard rather than having it plus. I don't understand why that has to be a plus. So I hope they do fix that problem, at least for the PS3. Alright. Alright, for this one, it's basically, particularly, it's going to be for the PlayStation 4 only. And I hope Sony do actually do this in the long run, maybe at 2015. Make games 1080p native or beyond and 60 frames per second games for the PS4. And I'll explain why. Because it's the next level of gaming. It's the next generation of PlayStation games. If PlayStation games are just 10, well, they're below 1080p and they're 30 frames per second, then I'm sorry, what's the point of me buying a PS4 if the graphics and the performance is the same as the PS3? And just like Review Tech USA said, oh, I play games not graphic. Well, yeah, it's understandable, but it's a PlayStation 4. You're paying money for it, so I mean, common sense, it should be the next level. And when you put in the PS4 games, my goodness, it looks like a PS3 game. I know they're not, because Assassin's Creed 4 showed it had better graphics than the PS3 version. But to the general consumer, they'll say, well, I can't tell the difference. Why am I buying this? It looks like a PS3 game. Why not just buy a PS3? It's cheaper than the PS4. And again, if PlayStation or Sony's a business, then you want more general consumer to buy PS4. So I hope starting at least 2015 and beyond, all games for the PlayStation are going to be 1080p native, and the game should run in 60 frames per second. And it is unfortunately both Order 1886 and Drive Club are going to be 30 frames. They're going to be 1080p, which is great, but they're 30 frames. But again, it's still early in the cycle for the PS4. Give it more time, maybe then they'll able to make it 60 frame. But yeah, this one's gonna be like a long shot in the future, like 2015. Like I said, 1080p, 60 frames per second for all games, no matter what. So, at last, and this is basically of the Vita, PS3, but I'm looking at you, PS4. You gotta do this in the PS4. PS3 and Vita, they're already doing it, but PS4 and E3, I hope you guys mention a new bundle, a pack-in game for the PS4, and I'll explain why bundles are so important now, as in this age of gaming. Okay, and the reason is the hardcore gamers, they don't mind. They're gonna buy the system, they'll buy again because they have money, they're willing to shell out. But just like the Wii U with new Super Mario Brothers U that came with the Wii U, you get better value. The general consumers, when general consumers sees better value on console, chances are they'll buy it. That's what when I said about the new Super Mario Brothers Wii, new U and Luigi U as a new deluxe bundle for the Wii U, it's actually a good value because you get, well, let's just say 1.5 games, since Luigi U is an add-on game for new Super Mario Brothers U. It's an add-on, and it's the same thing. But again, what I'm saying is, you get better for your buck. You get a free game, and then you get a console. So they should do that now. Now with the PS4. Excuse me. All right, I'm back. What I'm trying to say is that they should, again, hopefully after E3 2014, that Sony start bringing out PS4 with an in-game packet, because then you get more value on the console. Hopefully $400 with a game in it. I mean, hopefully either the Watchdog, and there was supposed to be reported an Infamous Second Son bundle, but I don't know what happened to that one. So there's nothing much to say about bundles. Just in-game pack-in or a pack-in game is just really essential to any console, especially for the general consumer. They get more of their buck. I mean, they did it with the Vita, they did it with the PS3, and so they should start doing it with the PS4. And as for the game, should be depends on what the person likes for the genre. That's why, unfortunately, I would like to get the new PlayStation Vita Slim, except I don't like first-person shooter and I don't like Borderlands 2. Sorry. So I'm probably just gonna get one without a game in it for the Vita, because I already have Plus. I have some free games on it, so I can just play that. And it's backwards compatible. I got a lot of downloadable games since it's 99% backwards compatible. But like I said, for the PS4, have a game in. Hopefully in E3 2014 they'll mention it. And those are my suggestions with Sony, with the PlayStation 3, 4, and Vita. Like I said, there's nothing much for it. But a lot of things they did was actually good. Their online account, not a problem. They fixed it already since the PS3 came out, and their online is good, and just hopefully it's free. All I have to see what happened with PlayStation now. Hopefully that's going to be good, and hopefully it does. They do improve it, like I said, such as putting a disc in, getting that game for free from PlayStation Now. But we'll see. Well, that's it for now. I'll see you guys later. Bye.